Are you surprised by the job that Jason Kidd has done with the Mavericks this season? I got a very specific reason for asking that, but...
He was named Coach of the Month.
Oh, there you go.
Or is Luka playing Luka?
No,
second
you
half?
said you didn't blame him for that.
I don't. It's just unlucky that the season ended on the last day of the season for us, even though we got the 4 seed, you know?
Yes, I understand. So
hopefully he plays. Hopefully I'm totally wrong, and, I'm just a pessimistic person or pessimistic.
I mean, would you not agree maybe that's kind of true?
Yes, I'm looking at this like as we've gotten now 24 hours past opening day. I'm just looking at it reading everything I'm reading. But I look at it and go, crap, man, he shouldn't play this series. Let's just protect him. It just isn't worth playing him. And it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully he looks great in game 1. But right now I'm like, I bought tickets for game 1 and I'm going to go watch. Hopefully Dinwiddie and Brunson lead us to a win while Luka cheers them on.
So one of the reasons I was thinking about this is I really like StatMuse on Twitter, and they put out their all-NBA surprising team. Now, most of them are positive, though we'll get to a player that is not necessarily positive. At guard, Darius Garland and Ja Morant. At forward, DeMar DeRozan and Julius Randle. And at center, Robert Williams. And then they said the coach was Jason Kidd. So I have to admit, I am fairly surprised at how effective of a coach he's been this year, especially since early in the year when he was like, well, this team's not really built for defense if our shots aren't falling. I was really nervous about that. And the fact that they have now, the 5th best record in the NBA going into the playoffs, despite having to make a massive trade because your pieces did not fit. I have been very impressed and surprised by him this year.
I have too. I think this team has made major improvements, and I give him a lot of credit for it. Obviously, Dorian Finney-Smith got better. Reggie Bullock ended up fitting in after the first 2.5 months of not fitting in at all. I mean, last year, it looks like Josh Richardson is who he is, a 10-point guy, but Rick couldn't fit in Josh Richardson, and it looked like, crap, is Reggie Bullock going to be just like Josh Richardson? He fit with the Knicks. He just doesn't fit here with us, and that wasn't the case. As the season went on, they found a better way to use him and make him a productive player. He also started making a shot. So I think Jason Kidd won't get Coach of the Year, but I do believe that he deserves some consideration, especially for turning the thing around the way he did.
The understanding that great players don't always become great coaches,
Sure.
that was already kind of in my mind of, what's the result going to be of this? Yeah. Understanding though that he did kind of go through the ups and downs of learning the process of it with Milwaukee, coming back and doing what he did with the Lakers and everything. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, well, the machine is already built for him. In Luka, it's already there. He's the driver. He's the main factor in all this, but they've been able to, whatever their coaching collective is, communicate the right things to other players to get them to be even better than they are. So that's something that I did not expect. I thought a lot of guys would maybe be disconnected from him or whatever, but they seem to love him even more. And I think that speaks to, more than anything, maybe him just as a leader that we didn't know he was. Or maybe we did know it, we just didn't give him credit for it while he was a player. When he was with the Nets, he was a good leader there. We've heard stories about that. And when he came back to play with the Mavericks, he was the guy on the court that was the floor general for you. And Dirk, a lot of the responsibility of knowing, Dirk just had to do his thing.
Yeah.
And Jason Kidd was there to be that calming hand whenever the storm was really difficult. I am surprised by it, but everybody that we talk to that is involved in the NBA that knows him very well says that they are not. And that's all.
That we should have known.
Yeah. And maybe it's easier for them to say it in hindsight, but and I wonder what Ryan McDonough was thinking when he was hired, what Scalabrine was thinking whenever he was hired, or if they were like, no, this is great for Jason Kidd to go get this opportunity, especially with Luka, with what he can try and mold. Because, and Mike, you might disagree a little bit, their minds are so similar in the game. In that kid sees the court a certain way. He sees the angles, the passes he can make. Luka sees it kind of the same way. Maybe because they're so like-minded in that, this is a perfect pairing.